conference. In accordance with the Ralph M. Brown Act, the teleconference location has been identified in the notice and agenda of this meeting. I'm now going to do the roll call, and after which I would ask the trustees to recognize, me in order to confirm certain matters for the record. So first off, trustee, and this is roll call, trustee Gonzalez? Present. Trustee Harrison?
Aye.
Trustee Houston? Absent. So trustee Longville? Trustee Reyes? Here. Trustee Viracil?
Present.
Student trustee Latinas?
Here.
And myself. On the teleconference, respond to the following questions. Can the trustee on the call hear me well?
Yes.
Were you able to hear our proceedings on this end up until now?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of the agenda for this meeting?
Yes.
I'd like to ask that any member of the board speak up at this. So can you all hear Trustee Viracil? Any challenges with hearing her? Okay, so hearing no comment, the record should reflect that all board members present have indicated they were able to hear all the trustees clearly. I would now like to advise the board members that any votes taken during the teleconference portion of this meeting must be taken by roll call. Pursuant to Board Policy 2350, any person may speak to the Board of Trustees either on an agenda or on other matters of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board and before any board action is taken. Comments must be limited to 3 minutes per speaker and 20 minutes on the same or subsequently similar subject, unless the majority of the board votes to extend the time. As a matter of policy, members of the board may not discuss or respond to matters raised during public comments unless the matter is properly noticed for discussion or action in open session. If you have questions about or accommodations to participate in the public meetings, please contact the Chancellor's Office at 909-388-6902 as far in advance of the board meeting as possible. So now we're going to go to public comments on the agenda and non-agenda items. Do we have any public comments? Okay, so we have 3 comments, and so the first comment is going to be from Ms. Shalita Tillman regarding introducing new SBCCD BFSA.
Hello? Oh, there we go. Good afternoon, board. How are you? My name is Shalita Tillman, and I was the past SBCCD Black Faculty and Staff President. I am now passing the torch over to Vieta Benjamin, who is our new SBCCD Black Faculty and Staff President, and I would like to introduce the new executive team for Black Faculty and Staff. So we have Vieta Benjamin, who is our president. We have Keenan Giles, who is our vice president. We have April Dale, who is our treasurer. And we have Ariel Davis, as our parliamentarian. And Kashunda Harris from Crafton, she was not able to join us this evening, but she is our secretary.
All right. Welcome, thank you.
I just want to say thank you all for the opportunity, and it was a pleasure to serve.
Thank you for your service.
If I may, through the chair, Ms. Tillman, I don't know how common the name. It seems like it's not all that terribly common, and I can't help but ask if you're any relation to Danny.
By marriage. But I'm not married to him.
Understood. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it separate, my conversation?
Yes.
Oh,
Did you give me a comment? Oh.
I'm Vieta Benjamin.
Okay, so I'll just go to you, Vieta.
Okay. So you said 3 minutes?
Yes.
I have a lot to unpack, so I'll try to be briefly. My name is Vieta Benjamin Hill. I was recently married in August. I've been with the district for 27 years, and I work in the Admissions and Records Office as the Admissions and Records Coordinator. I listened to you, actually, Christina Hannon, you guys with your charts and everything, and that's good to work through those charts to see where we fail. I didn't see the whole presentation. I did hear you, Joseph, in regards to what we needed and moving swiftly. I totally agree with that. I have a concern when you said seeing the elephant in the room, because I felt the same way, is in regard as, I'm also on the SEPI team, the Student Equity Plan. And I don't think it's going, I mean, we did well. I think we need more. I think we need you guys to show the district where you're involved. Goals are great. I would like to see action. And when I say action, I mean no offense. This is not a time to be coy. This is a time to state chancellor to find out where we fell short. And staggeringly, it's no surprise that it was in the Black community, that we are low and underserved in everything. And I remember many years back when immigration was knocking on our door. They knocked on our door, they threatened our students, and we loved on those students. There was nothing about the state chancellor saying, get in there and do something. Somebody came up. I'm asking for the same thing about my brothers and sisters, our Black brothers and sisters, because they're in danger out there. If you don't treat our students like you would be treated, you walk outside and you can be killed, mass incarceration, and you name it, wiping of our history. There's a problem with that. It's painful. And I need you guys to be more swift. Goals are great, but somebody went in there and they took action. They had a whole team for it. They had every office, every department, there was a liaison. We met weekly, and that showed how important that our Hispanic brothers and sisters are. I do still have a problem with everybody lumping together people of color, because the people who do not prosper are the Black people. Everybody is where they should be, but Black people are not. I have a problem with that. Is that my 3 minutes?
3 minutes, yeah.
Okay, I'm coming back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Ariel Davis.
Thank you, guys.
Same subject?
Similar subject, but I want to say, Vieta, you are a hard act to follow, Madam President. I just want to say, as parliamentarian, part of the role entails the work with the different committees, organizations, legislative bodies, making sure that I am not only in terms of the goals and the position of the Black Faculty and Staff Association for our district, but additionally also getting information, gathering that communication and bringing that back to our e-board and our larger body as well. And so I am in a unique position in that I'm the only district employee that's on our e-board. And so with that, I try to keep that flow of communication between the two colleges and the district, as well as a lot of our community partners that I also work with in my role as manager of the college. I just wanted to say that I had previously been very active watching the board meetings online, passively, no public comment, anything of that nature. But now I intend to be a lot more active in this upcoming term. This is my second term as parliamentarian, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Is it Yendis Battle?
Hello, my name is Yendis Battle, and I've been employed 23 years, currently as a senior accountant in the accounting department. Our department takes pride in doing what is right and best for this district. I have spoken to the board several times before to no avail. Today, I need to bring attention to these matters. Why is KVCR manager Connie Leyva having merchandise services done by her husband's business? First impressions, and we are paying for it. Isn't this a conflict of interest? Why did the chancellor purchase new furniture when the other furniture was not even 3 years old and hardly used due to COVID? Why have been in this building less than 4 years? Why are we sending board members to Egypt? Why wasn't the proper travel documentation provided for the trip to Ghana? Why aren't employee reimbursements filed in 30 days of travel, AP 7400? Why are cow card policies not followed? Why do we allow so many audit exception memos when there are policies to limit this, mostly from upper management? Why are there continuous and overwhelming missing receipts when people submit expense reimbursements, mostly from upper management? Why is there no accountability in this district? Who, what, when, why, and how? Can you answer me that? Thank you.
Thank you. So our next, we're going to move to the action agenda, and we're going to like to consider the approval to adopt and amend the so it's SAWCA 2 JPA agreement and bylaws. To approve the JPA agreement and bylaws.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
A motion and a second. Motion from trustee Harrison, second from trustee Gonzalez. Is there any discussion? So I'm gonna do a roll call vote, and excuse me, student trustees, I'm going to make sure I get your names right. I got it right here. Thank you. It was here somewhere. It was here. First page. Okay, student trustee Lee.
Aye.
Student trustee Ruiz Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Gonzalez. Reese.
Ruiz.
Martinez.
You gotta roll the R.
Reese.
Ruiz.
I'm from Jersey, y'all. So trustee Gonzalez.
Aye.
Trustee Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Longville. Trustee Reyes.
Aye.
Aye.
And trustee Williams, I vote aye.
I'm sorry, the Spanish teacher came out.
Oh, did I skip it? Oh, I skipped a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. So I am going to take executive privilege to get us back on the agenda. I failed to do the approval of the minutes. This is back to back, and so I skipped this. I got a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
So moved by trustee Longville and seconded by student trustee Lee.
Aye.
Student trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Aye.
Trustee Reyes.
Aye.
Trustee Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Viracel.
Aye.
And I also vote aye. So we're going to go to applause cards next. So can we have the employees who are being acknowledged displayed on the screen? People who have gone above and beyond and they are being recognized, and so let's give them a hand. All right, thank you for all of those wonderful people and for those who acknowledged them. I'm gonna turn us over to the chancellor who will introduce staff presentations and retirements.
Thank you, Trustee Williams. First up, our retirements. We have 3 individuals that we would like to recognize. The first one is Michael Alder, a professor of fire technology at Crafton Hills College. Mr. Alder submitted his letter of intent to retire effective August 2nd of this year after 11 years of service with the district. He started his career at Crafton in March of 2012 as an adjunct. In 2018, he became a tenured academic employee, where he has remained through his retirement. So congratulations, Michael. The first one is Janine Lindau. Excuse me if I mispronounced. Professor of Physical Education at Crafton. Ms. Lindau has submitted her letter of intent to retire effective August 4th after 34 years of service with the district. 34 years. Impressive. She started her career at Crafton in August of '89, and in 1995, she became a tenured track employee, earned her tenure then, where she has remained for the remainder of her career. And third, we have Deborah Trusham, Professor of Nursing at Valley College. Deborah submitted her letter of intent to retire effective July 3rd after 4.5 years of service to the district. She started as an adjunct faculty member in 2018, and in January 2019, she was hired as. So congratulations to all three of these individuals. We truly appreciate their dedication, not only to their campuses, the district, but especially to their students. So congratulations to each of them. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to go back to the action agenda, and so we already took A, so I'm going to go down to A5 or B5, and ask for a motion to consider approval of a resolution of the intention for the PERS safety members' actuarial valuations.
So moved.
Got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All right, so a motion and a second. Student trustee Lee?
Abstain.
Student trustee Ruiz Martinez?
Aye.
Ruiz. I'll get it. Ruiz. So we're getting both names together, and then we'll get the pronunciation right. So, trustee Gonzalez?
Aye.
Trustee Longville? Aye. Trustee Harrison?
Aye.
Trustee Reyes?
Aye.
Trustee Viracel?
Aye.
And trustee Williams also votes yes. Action item 5C, I'd like to entertain a motion to, so I need to read this. Okay, I'd like to open a public hearing. Do I need to have a motion to open the hearing?
No.
Just do, okay. So I'd like to open the hearing for public comments on the initial proposal to negotiate the 2023-2026 successor contract between SBCCD and the SBCCD POA, and it's attached. Is there any comments, any public comments? So hearing none, I will close the hearing and ask for a motion and a second to acknowledge these proposals and the parties to commence negotiations.
So moved.
Second.
All right, trustee Harrison, and then student trustee Lee,
Aye.
student trustee Ruiz Martinez.
Aye.
She said you still didn't get it. Trustee Longville,
Aye.
trustee Gonzalez.
Aye.
Trustee Harrison,
Aye.
trustee Reyes.
Aye.
Trustee Viracil,
Aye.
and trustee Williams also votes yes. So I'd like to open a public hearing for public comments on the initial proposals to negotiate the 2023-2026 successor contract between CSEA and the initial proposals to negotiate the 2023-2026 successor contract between CSEA and the SBCCD as attached. Do we have any comments? Hearing none, I will close the hearing and ask for a motion to acknowledge these proposals and that the parties commence negotiations.
So moved.
Trustee Harrison and trustee Longville second. Trustee Lee, student trustee Lee,
Aye.
student trustee Ruiz Martinez,
Aye.
trustee Longville,
Aye.
trustee Gonzalez,
Aye.
trustee Harrison,
Aye.
trustee Reyes,
Aye.
trustee Viracil,
Aye.
trustee Williams, I vote yes.
And Joseph, you got on the edge of the trill there.
I almost got it.
You got right on the edge of it.
Getting better.
Keep.
You almost got it.
So I'd like to open a hearing. I'd like to open the hearing for public comments on the initial proposals to negotiate the 2023-2026 successor contract between SBCCD and CSEA as attached. Do we have any comments? Hearing none, I will close the hearing and ask for a motion to.
So moved.
Second.
So trustee Gonzalez, and I'll acknowledge trustee Reyes as the second. Student trustee Lee.
Aye.
Student trustee Ruiz Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Longville. Aye. Trustee Gonzalez.
Aye.
Trustee Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Reyes.
Aye.
Trustee Veracel.
Aye.
Trustee Williams votes yes. All right, the consideration of an employment contract for chancellor requires that prior to the action on proposed compensation for a local agency executive, the term of their agreement must be orally reported in open session. The proposed agreement is for a 4-year term, starting with a base salary of $394,406. The benefits and health and welfare, sick leave, vacation, and holidays. Additional benefits are professional dues, memberships, attendance at professional conferences, cellular phones use, and transportation and expenses. Entertain a motion to approve the employment contract for the chancellor as orally read and presented.
I make a
moved.
motion.
Trustee Reyes, is there a second?
I'll-
Yeah.
Trustee Harrison?
Yeah.
You got it? All right. So student trustee Lee?
Aye.
Student trustee Ruiz Martinez?
Aye.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Aye.
Trustee Longville? Aye. Trustee Harrison?
Aye.
Trustee Reyes?
Aye.
Trustee Veracel?
Aye.
And trustee Williams, I vote aye. Thank you for that. Salary placement for executive managers. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the salary placement for executive managers as presented.
So moved.
Got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, moved by trustee Harrison and seconded by trustee Veracel. Trustee Lee? Student
Aye.
trustee Lee?
Aye.
Student trustee Ruiz Martinez? Trustee Gonzalez? Aye. Trustee Longville? Aye. Trustee Harrison?
Aye.
Trustee Reyes?
Aye.
Trustee Veracel?
Aye.
And trustee Williams, I vote aye. Gonna move to the consent item, and I want to pull item C6. And are there any other items that need to be pulled for
C6 or 6-7?
C6? I believe it is. It's a contract.
Conference request, it says.
So
7.
on mine it says C6.
The agenda says, what does the agenda say? It's in my agenda.
Okay, yeah, it says C6 on mine. So C, whatever stated on the agenda, so it's the contracts that are at or above 109,000. So is that 7? Okay, so 7. Yeah, so it's a typo on the operation agenda. So are there any other items to be pulled? Hearing none, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar with the objection, with the exception of C7. Is there a second?
I second.
So trustee Longville, trustee Reyes is the second. Student trustee Lee?
Aye.
Student trustee Ruiz Martinez?
Aye.
Trustee Longville? Aye. Trustee Gonzalez? Aye. Trustee Harrison?
Aye.
Trustee Longville? Trustee Reyes?
Aye.
Trustee Veracel?
Aye.
And myself, I vote aye. I am going to step out and turn the meeting over to trustee Gonzalez. There's I'm going to recuse myself from the vote. There's a agreement between my employer on the agenda.
All right, we'll now move to consideration of item 6C7, contracts at or above $109,300. Is there a
moved.
motion? Do we have a second? Second. We have a motion by trustee Harrison and a second by trustee Longville. Is there any discussion? If there is no discussion, we'll proceed with a roll call vote. Student trustee Lee.
Aye.
Student trustee Ruiz Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Longville. Aye. Trustee Reyes.
Aye.
Trustee Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Vericel.
You mispronounced it, but I'll vote aye.
And Trustee Gonzalez votes aye. All right.
Does he have to announce the abstention? No? Guess not.
Oh, that abstains, that last line?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Has he
Restate the
mentioned
motion,
something?
announce motion passes, fails? Oh, the motion passed.
So we're on to reports, correct? All right, so there was the Board Finance Committee did not meet. Did you have a report?
Yes, I do. It's just verbal
The Board
report.
Finance Committee has no report.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. And I'm looking at you. I should be looking at you. Yeah. No report. Okay, so Legislative Committee, you have a
Well,
brief
we-
report?
A very, very good, informative information regarding our committee. We are very fortunate that through the efforts of working with Angel and his team and working with someone in Sacramento, it gives us a lot of good, valuable information in regards to what direction to support. We were able to actually convince some elected officials to help us out in regards to monies that we were going to lose because, whether it be infrastructure and what do you call it, the deferred maintenance
Yeah.
was going to hit us hard.
My
Yeah,
deferred
and also the COVID funding that we were going to do, we're in the possibility of losing or using $6 million through the efforts of our legislative team with Angel and Inez. We were able to work with Mark. Mark was able to talk to elected officials. We talked to the elected officials. We convinced them, and as a result, we're going to be a little bit short. We don't know how much, but certainly not $6 million. So that was a big help.
Good.
I always say that we need to make sure that that we stay active. I take a great deal of pride in our district being active from the legislative perspective, because that's how we get our funding that impacts the entire district, whether it be the student programs, infrastructure improvements. People that are not involved, they don't understand how that works. And I think it's really important. So I take a great deal of pride in making sure that we do. Angel did a good job in summarizing the future opportunities that we're going to have based on what the board members indicated that they wanted to be a top priority. So Angel, your team did a very good job. Let's continue to do that. I also take a great deal of pride in having our students who are going to be able to continue to participate in legislative conferences. That's important. The input that they hear from our students is more important than even some of us. Because I don't work here, but some people work here, so they're going to say, yeah, you work here, so you're going to be able to say a lot of stuff. Students take a great interest in saying how is that going to impact their curriculum or their degree or their transfer and all that. So it was a very good discussion. So I thank you, and I thank the board members too for allowing, expenses that I always believe, and I'll say it again, anytime we can spend $10, but we're gonna get $200 back, it's a very smart and wise investment. And that's what we're doing for our students, our faculty, and staff as well. Thank you, that's my report.
Thank you. I'll be brief. I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, to do a visit with our state chancellor and the interim UC chancellor. It was around 9th grade baccalaureate transfer, and so this is a dual enrollment program, and so it was really looking at what work Long Beach City College was doing with their local district, and their process is really interesting. They have an opt-out process, so the students are automatically dual enrolled. They're automatically enrolled in dual enrollment, and so the parent has to say, take my kid out, versus, hey, let me sign them up. And so it's really interesting to see how they're doing it, and really building enrollment through the schools, and they're starting with 8th graders, helping them get college-bearing courses. And so it was a really interesting session to learn about some of the work there. The Board of Governors is going to meet on July the 22nd. The agenda should be open fairly soon. I was asked to give some feedback to the textbook affordability task force. And so there's going to be a resolution that will get introduced to direct the chancellor to work in consultation with the state faculty to look at how ZTC, the zero cost textbooks, and how we can get general education textbooks out to students upon enrollment. And so I'm hoping we can get feedback from the field on what that would look like. The goal is to really, when you enroll in a course, if it's English 101, you get your textbook upon enrollment versus having to wait until your financial aid comes in. And so hoping that, we can get relief for students immediately with these kind of initiatives. And so we're really looking for feedback from students, from faculty, to gain an understanding of how this could impact districts. And so that'd be a resolution that'd be introduced next Monday at the BOG meeting.
Can I make another comment that I think is really important? I think that, I don't know if we had a discussion regarding the new chancellor for the community college. Is that a permanent now?
Yes.
So that's a new person that we really need to make sure we stay in touch with. And then 2 days ago, they appointed a chancellor for the Cal State system. And so that's also really important. And, we need to be aware of those things because those are the people that we need to let them know what we're doing with programs, with the curriculum that we're doing. And it'll pay off for us in regards to dual enrollment, understanding what creative community college districts and state universities are doing. And then eventually I think that the UC would be coming on board in regards to how we can make it easier for our students. And I know that some of our students are actually ready to transfer to the UC system. And that's what really we're all about. So I was very happy. And I know that our chancellor will be in touch with the two individuals that are important, two new chancellors at the state community college and then at the state universities.
Thank you. Trustee Viracel, do you have a brief report for the Women's Caucus?
I do not have a report for the Women's Caucus. May I make a brief remark, though?
Yes, please.
Thank you. This last Saturday, I work. The San Bernardino Symphony Orchestra was fortunate enough to be able to do a concert on the beautiful football field at San Bernardino Valley College, and it was attended by nearly 3,000 local folks. And I wanted to extend my sincere thanks on behalf of my organization to everyone involved in putting on this event. It was absolutely fantastic, and I truly appreciated the professionalism of everyone involved.
Thank you for that. I'm going to go off script because, we just approved the contract for our chancellor, our executive team, and I do want to just acknowledge her and them. We've come a long way as a district, and I don't know if everyone sees it, but it should be acknowledged that we do have a really strong leadership team in place. And I do want to acknowledge the things that they have done over the last couple of years and helping us come back safely, and the things that are being done to bring students back in campus. Everything hasn't been perfect, but if I've been on this board for 10 years, and I feel like this is probably the best leadership team that I've seen in the 10 years that I was here, and then even my time as a student trustee and as a student. And so you've done the things that we've asked of you, and I just, it's a significant thing for us to move forward. And so just, say appreciations to the work that you've done, and just wanted to acknowledge that. And so just want to turn it over to you for your report.
Thank you, Trustee Williams. I appreciate your remarks, and I'll say thank you on behalf of the executive team, who I think, as you know, worked tirelessly for this district. I like to say that they know no boundaries. Right? They're texting me at 10:30 at night, y'all, and I have to respond. So, but I do appreciate all of their work. So thank you for recognizing that. I do appreciate it, and I'm sure that they do as well. For my report, I have some updates for recent events. First off, as Dr. Vericel mentioned, the concert at San Bernardino Valley College in partnership with the San Bernardino Symphony was just amazing. Amazing. If some of you have been to the Hollywood Bowl, it was that kind of experience there. Earlier today, I was on the phone with our CSCA representative, Casey Thomas, and she said, you know, she apologized she couldn't be here today. She said, but please, please, please mention that I thought that show, that program was just phenomenal. So again, thank you, Dr. Fontanella, for your campus's generosity in hosting. Also, want again thank Dr. Vericel for bringing it to our campus. We hope to make it a tradition within our district to have that. And so not only was July Independence Day, but it's also National Disability Independence Day. The day commemorates the signing of the Americans with Disabilities Act, and having recently been disabled, I certainly appreciate this. Quality and inclusivity of individuals with disabilities, which is part of our district's core values. So as we celebrate our freedoms, so let's remember the importance of independence and accessibility for everyone in our community. We heard Ms. Veneta talk about that or reply about that in her comments earlier. So please, let's remember that. And also, as we reflect on the recent Supreme Court ruling on affirmative action about colleges and universities, you know, many have come up to me and asked me, Diana, what's your stance on that? What's your opinion on this issue? You know, it's worth noting that California hasn't had affirmative action in about 27 years. You know, but nonetheless, you know, my stance is to uphold the mission of our district and to uphold the mission of our colleges, unwavering in our commitment to equal opportunity for all of our students. It is our core value. And ensuring equal access to college education is not only an educational imperative, in my opinion, but it's also a moral and economic one for our communities. So we will continue to embrace and focus on the top 100% of the students who enter into our colleges. Let's continue to work together to ensure that our students, faculty, and staff strive in a supportive and inclusive environment. I ask you to think about and reflect on what our partners here with the Black faculty, staff, and administration stated earlier. And before I wrap up, I'd like to remind everyone to take care of themselves during this upcoming weekend. We are expected to have a heat wave. As somebody where we would say 117 is a good day. Yeah, it's gonna be hot, everybody, so please take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, seek air-conditioned spaces, and avoid excess heat exposure. So thank you all, appreciate it.
Thank you, Chancellor. So now we're gonna go to our representative group, San Bernardino Valley College Academic Senate, San Bernardino Valley College Classified Senate, San Bernardino Valley College Associated Students, Crafton Hills College Academic Senate, Crafton Hills College Classified Senate.
Starting to feel a little lonely over there. Thank you all so much. I'm Karen Peterson. I'm president of the Classified Senate at Crafton Hills College, and I'm happy to be here to just share a few things of what's been going on with us. First of all, we attended the Classified Leadership Institute in the exotic town of Visalia at the first week of June. And it was a great week. I was able to go with 3 of our newly elected representatives. So we had Carrie Ade, Leslie Swindell, and Zany Louder. The 4 of us went, and we made some great contacts throughout the state. We attended some great workshops, and we won a spirit prize. And if you know me, you know that that is really weird. But it was exciting, and I have this awesome twig in my office to show off. So I would like to thank them for getting me on a stage and doing something I never imagined I would do. We had our Classified Professionals Week the week after that. So we began on Monday, June 12th with a kickoff breakfast and a guest speaker, and it was a really great event. It was exciting. And then throughout the week, we had workshops, a lot of very interesting and fun workshops and campus tours. And I would like to publicly thank the folks that helped us out with those. Christy Stevenson, Mike Strong, Larry Cook, Jordan Heron, and Nick Reichert led workshops for us, and they were all awesome. We ended the week on Thursday, June 15th with a lunch that I have to thank Michelle Riggs for putting that together, as well as all of our administrators who worked so hard and prepared food, served, and made it a great event and a lot of fun. And I also would like to just take a moment to recognize the Employees of the Year voted on by the Classified Senate. So the year was Rejoice Shavira from Counseling. Manager of the Year is Willie Blackman from Student Services. And we especially want to congratulate our Classified Professional of the Year, Raquel Rivera from Maintenance and Operations. And as we go into this new year with a new crew, we're very excited about some of the things that we're planning to do, including updating our mission, vision, and values, developing some new plans for classified professional development, and just finding other ways to help all appreciated, supported, and given the opportunity to participate where and when they can. So thank you all so much.
Thank you. Crafton Hills College Associated Students? CSEA? CTA? Police officers, CTA?
All right, good afternoon, trustee members. Good to be here. My name is Amber Wallach. I'm an adjunct faculty member at San Bernardino Valley College and Crafton Hills College in the Child Development Department for the last 26 years. Additionally, I am currently serving as grievance representative for CTA Valley College. And today I'm here to speak on behalf of the union. I'm here today, not feeling great about it, but I'm here today to remind you that for the last 12 months, faculty and staff on issues of real and grave concern on our campus. Month after month, we've continued to work toward resolution of these issues, and we've implored the district to work with us. But for 12 months, our concerns have been routinely dismissed. Today, I'm reminding each of you that the union will now be filing for arbitration against the district on the class size issue. Despite the endless evidence that it's a safety issue for faculty, for staff, and students, and despite the fact that colleges all around us have already addressed this issue, and despite the fact that we've extended our negotiation with you by an additional 4 months to try to find some type of resolution or common ground, despite the fact that we've continued to bring this issue to the attention of our administration and to this board, it has fallen on deaf ears. It's regretful that we will now have to spend tens of thousands of dollars and we'll have to bring in outsiders and strangers to help us to reach a resolution on something that should have been and could have been done by this district, by your leadership. As a faculty member who has felt deep pride over the last 26 years working for our sister colleges and who has loved my work here, it's incredibly disheartening and ultimately shameful to have witnessed the harmful inaction of this board. That's all.
Police Officers Association. San Bernardino Valley College President.
Thank you very much, and good evening to all. I want to take this opportunity to thank the staff, faculty, and administrators of Valley College for the tremendous amount of great work that they accomplished this past semester. The campus is in transition, looking for new leadership, and sometimes with that comes a bit of feeling disjointed. But I will say, being here, I felt a lot of spirit, a lot of love, a lot of connectedness in staff, faculty, and administrators really wanting to do everything they could to serve our students. So I just wanted to acknowledge them publicly and thank them for a great semester. I also want to thank, as Trustee Vericil and the Chancellor did, all of the staff, faculty, and students and administrators who made the Symphony Slant Summerfest event possible. We've taken advantage of the great opportunity of having the symphony there on the campus to join our Summerfest event with that, and bringing out, I think we had 17 food trucks and a multiple number of student services, faculty services, as well as outside vendors come on to the campus to be a part of that. And this year we really wanted to work on our commitment to the symphony, that we would get more of everything there, and I think we achieved that. And it was wonderful as a new person in your community to just see an event like that. I was very, very pleased. And I would like to thank classified staff for calling out my hometown of Visalia. I hope you liked it, and my husband just reported that it is 108 degrees there. So we too are familiar. We're very with the heat. And finally, I would like to, well, there's two things, and I hope I don't run out of time. I would like to address some of comments that we've already heard by Ms. Benjamin Hill. Just recently, I sent out a communication to several of the key stakeholders at the college, and I told them that I was proposing this coming semester to hold 4 focus groups with the larger affinity groups on the campus. Those focus groups, the purpose of those focus groups to be listening sessions and community building in support of District Goal 2 and also our strategic direction 4. And that is, of course, being a diverse, equitable, inclusive, and anti-racist institution, and also becoming closer to the African American community in San Bernardino. Students are with our Black African American students. Supporting both of those, I want to have these focus groups. I will be holding one in September, 2 in October, and 1 in November. And the purpose of these is to be good listeners and let people talk about the theme of the groups, which will be my culture, my community. And I'm not exactly sure how they will end up and what the results of those will be, but there is never any harm in opening up dialogue. And so we're going to have this dialogue, and we're going to see where it goes from there. And I hope to be able to do some things with what we hear, and I also want to have information to pass on to the incoming permanent president. And I'd like to close by just showing you a quick clip of our new commercial for Valley College. Thank you. Roger, hit it.
We are the driving force that transforms dreamers into achievers. The starting point where legacies are created that define the future. San Bernardino Valley College is here to be on your team, to guide you towards your passion and help you create the future you envision. Together, we work to empower and inspire innovators. We understand that the journey may not be easy, but as a community, we have each other to lean on. Together, we can make your dreams a reality. So, what's your next move? San Bernardino Valley College. Your dream, your future, your move.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chancellor, if there are appropriate ways that the board could be part of some of the list about that, because I think it would be good for us to hear, just for our own development and, where our stakeholders are at.
Absolutely. We'll be sure to get invitations out to all of the board members.
Thank you.
Thank you for your interest.
Thank you. Next, we're going to go to Crafton Hills College President, Vice President Delmy Spencer. And then I guess there's a video that we need to prepare or have placed up on the screen. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So today I am just stepping in for Dr. Horan, but he sends his best regards and really wants to thank everybody for a great year and for the summer. We've been working really hard to get ready for the upcoming year. We're going to be presenting a video that really showcases the last 50 years of Crafton Hills College. And you will see the voices and the stories of what we do and how passionate we are of working with our students. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass the baton.
Crafton Hills College presents a unique opportunity for our community, a place where people get a second chance. It's a place come to reinvent themselves.
A college is an asset to any community, and this particular community is changing dramatically.
The campus has grown exponentially over the years, certainly from the time I started here. The programs have expanded. Our class offerings have expanded.
The Fire Academy, the paramedic program, the respiratory program. This is really community-based, really community-based.
It's not just a matter of exploring. You have all kinds of support. From student services to financial services.
When I think of Crafton, I think of the people and the spirit of innovation and hard work, the willingness to serve the student above and beyond, and then just the beauty of the campus, the absolute beauty, not only of the environment, but of the architecture as well.
The beauty of the campus was just outstanding. It was called the Emerald on the Hill. And when I walked on the campus, I knew why.
Congratulations, Crafton Hills College, graduating class of 2023.
Commencement day is always an emotional day.
When you see them walking across the stage and you get to shake their hands, some of them hug you.
Always, every year, there's one kid that says, "That's my mom."
To see them excited and to hear the cheers in the audience, those are the best parts of commencement.
It's just a joy to watch their family members see that success, see what it's meant to take that time and commitment to earn that degree or certificate.
As I look around, I say, were Crafton not to be here, the society which represents them would not be as good as it is.
It just shows in one short ceremony the work that Crafton does and the great work that our students and their families do in order to get to their goals.
My hope for the future for Crafton is that it continues to be a campus that adapts to the evolving needs of our students and the workforce who are ready to tackle the pressing challenges of our times.
It's so important in education that we understand that everybody has the ability to accomplish something in their lives.
To me, that's what community is about, and giving them that self-efficacy and confidence to go out in the world and be change agents in whatever way they desire to be.
Perfect students, perfect faculty, perfect supportive staff.
That's Crafton Hills College, And so I think it's deserving of its reputation, which is a very good one throughout the communities it serves.
I really hope that at some point in time, everybody views Crafton like that's my community college. I don't want it to be the best kept secret anymore.
Anything
Yeah,
else?
so just thank you, everybody, for supporting Crafton, and we will continue to keep working for our students. Thank you.
So he's not here. Vice Chancellor Hannon?
Thank you. I have just a couple of reporting information. I just want to say congratulations to President Hill and Dr. Davis and team for your recognition and being part of BFSA. And also thank you for the data that you provided. This is very important data, and I look forward to working with you and team on the HRDIA committee. I'd also like to do a shout out to our district payroll team for all of their tireless hard work. I know it is important for us to recognize the efforts of everyone that's doing work in the district, but in the 6 months that I've been overseeing the payroll team, I've noticed all of the different things that they have to go through, and so I just want to say congratulations to our payroll team. And lastly, a shout out to our district's Janae Jacoby for being selected to represent the district and Southern California as a subject matter expert on a statewide benefits task force with the state chancellor's office. Janae was selected amongst many people to represent and to investigate our availability to provide part-time benefits as a statewide decision. So that is very huge for our community college to be represented at the state level, and congratulations to our benefits director for being selected.
Vice Chancellor Ornelas?
No update, thank you.
All right, so next we're going to go to, are there any questions or discussion of any of the information items?
No.
Hearing none, I'll announce the items in closed session. We're going to have conference with labor negotiators, Government Code 54957, with our agency representatives, Chancellor and our Vice Chancellor, Human Resources. We'll discuss public employee discipline, dismissal, release, and non-reemployment. Conference with legal counsel regarding anticipated litigation. Conference with legal counsel for anticipated litigation. And then the public employee performance evaluation of the Chancellor. Do we have any public comments on closed session? Right, so we'll convene closed session, and it's 5 o'clock. It was closed. So I am reconvening the public meeting. There are no actions by the board that are reportable, and so we're going to adjourn today's meeting at 6:06. And our next strategy meeting or our next session will be posted on the website, because this is not the right date, right? The 27th? Are we doing this July? July. Okay, so our next board is July 27th, 2023. So we are, at this time, the meeting is adjourned at 6:06.